The universal waterproofing semi-liquid in the old days, and the tar from North Carolina, the pitch pine tar, was the most preferred, and that's where the Tar Heels got their name. But it was a definite commodity that on shipboard you painted anything with tar that didn't have to move. So there are two types of rigging held up the mast on a ship. One was called a standing rigging, and that's the rigging that actually set it in place, the stays. And then there was the running rigging, which was what had to move about to raise the sails and everything. So basically, the sailors had to go and paint the rigging on the ships with tar, and then when they got finished, they had tar all over their hands and stuff, so they'd wipe it off in their dungarees. And the next time they went through a squall, they'd notice that that part of their dungarees was completely dry, and the rest was soaking wet. So they made sure they covered their trousers with tarry hands, and so finally they had tarry outfits. And of course, this was all well and good, and some sailors even discovered that when you had a bad hair day at sea, you could just take tar and put it on your hair and pull it back into a little queue. And that little queue was like a pigtail, and it was great when you were in the cool weather, but when you got into the tropics, that queue became a little bit tacky, and that's why on the back of a sailor's jumper is that little flap that covers the back, because what you would do, and in the old days, even on a white uniform, they were dark in color so they wouldn't show up the tar from your queue. And if you put on a jacket, you would pull the flap up, put the jacket on, and then put that flap back. And so a little lecture on sailors' hairdos.